EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store. As it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Here we go. 11 mighty.
Burrow on play action. That is caught by Lamb. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Burrow now off the bootleg. He finds his man complete. That's Myers. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the #1 thing he does best is tackle.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They go play action now. Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be second and goal now.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Here's Taylor again. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
Yannick Ngakoue, just as hard to say his name as he is to block. He's there in on the stop that time.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a play fake. Carr.
He's got a man. Complete. Down to the 10. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 79 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
They run once more with Taylor.
Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And quickly to the outside, that's caught by Lamb. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here at the 38.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. And now they will throw it with Burrow. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. It's a big play there for Vegas. 41 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Second and 6. Now Burrow. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders have taken the lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Chiefs 7. And McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Chiefs 7.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. McCaffrey on the counter. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Now Carr. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Taylor. Dancing away at the 35. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Burrow's throw pulled in by Lamb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Garrett Wilson from 19 yards away. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, You can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game, without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a Chiefs first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. 57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. So defensively, they let the play stand. They'd rather have the down as it'll bring up 4th. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he's taken down. A Cheifs sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Under pressure, they got him again. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. There he goes, right side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. And it'll be 4th down. For a running back, that's kind of depressing, right? You get all that yardage, but still no first down.
Well, it was a mile, maybe a mile and a half to the first down mark.
Yeah.
So he did all he could to get there. A little disappointing at the end, but boy, they gave it a great effort, didn't they? Got to give him a little respect for that, don't you?
And he really helped his yards per carry average, that's for sure.
Yeah, quietly, he'll take that.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard, maybe a touch less. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are back within a score.
Did my eyes deceive me? Or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school I.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Shotgun now for Carr. That's to the veteran. It's Robert Woods.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now it's Carr.
Well, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter. It's going to give them the lead because he had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
A give running left. It's McCaffrey. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
89 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Chiefs have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time the move out in front.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They go play action with Burrow.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. On the handoff, this is Taylor. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That is caught. A nice little juke. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. From the gun, it's Taylor. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
2nd down and a yard. Again, it's Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 112 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Taylor gets away, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jonathan Taylor saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this wild card game, folks, it has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the fourth, so they know they need at least 3 on this incredibly critical drive as they start out 1st and 10.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
2nd down and 8. Now they'll throw with Carr. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st down. McCaffrey following the penalty. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Now Carr. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
At the 44-yard line, a 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have a Raider 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card.